The stage lights flicker in the distance, but behind the heavy red curtain, the world feels still. A single father stands quietly, holding his daughter's tiny hand. His palms are rough, the hands of a man who has worked long, endless hours as a mechanic to keep food on the table. Yet, in this moment, he isn't a tired worker, he's simply a dad. His little girl, just 10 years old, looks up at him with wide eyes filled with both excitement and fear. She clutches a microphone with trembling fingers, her heart pounding in her chest. This isn't just another audition for them. It's their chance to share something deeply personal. Since her mother passed away, music has been the thread that stitched their broken hearts together. Late at night, after long days at work and school, they would sit together, he with his guitar, she with her soft, angelic voice, and sing away the pain. Tonight, they're stepping out in front of thousands, not to chase fame or fortune, but to share their healing with the world. Backstage whispers fade as the stagehand signals them. The father kneels down, brushing a strand of hair from his daughter's face. His voice is steady, though his eyes glisten. "Remember, sweetheart, just sing like it's only me and you." She nods, gripping his hand tighter. Together, they take that first brave step onto the stage, into a sea of expectant faces. The world doesn't know their story yet, but in just a few minutes, every heart in that room will be forever changed. As the father and daughter step onto the stage, the bright lights nearly blind them. The audience, a sea of curious faces, watches with a mix of skepticism and intrigue. A few murmurs ripple through the crowd. This isn't the polished pop star they were expecting, nor a seasoned band. Instead, it's a man in worn jeans and his little girl, her dress simple but her eyes shining with quiet determination. Simon Cowell raises an eyebrow, leaning forward. Amanda smiles warmly, encouraging the young girl. "What are your names?" one of the judges asks. The father answers softly, his voice calm but filled with emotion, introducing them not as performers, but as family. He explains, almost apologetically, that they're here because music has been their way of healing. The audience grows still, sensing the depth behind his words. The father strums the first chord on his guitar. It's raw and unpolished, but there's soul in every note. Then, the girl takes a deep breath and begins to sing. Her voice is fragile at first, like the sound of a bird testing its wings, but the honesty in her tone immediately silences the room. Every lyric flows like a whispered secret, one that only a child could carry with such innocence and truth. Gasps echo from the audience as her voice strengthens. The judges lean closer. Simon's expression softens. It isn't about technical perfection, it's about something far greater. With each word, she seems to lift the weight of her father's years of struggle, reminding everyone listening that love, in its purest form, can be music. By the time their voices weave together, harmony flowing like a prayer, the theater feels transformed. This is no longer an audition. It's a confession, a love letter, a story of survival wrapped in melody. And in that instant, the father-daughter duo is no longer just performing, they are opening hearts. The song flows like a river, smooth and steady, until suddenly, the little girl's voice falters. For just a second, she forgets the next line. Her tiny shoulders stiffen, her eyes widen, and fear grips her chest. The lights feel hotter, the silence heavier. She looks out at the vast audience, thousands of faces staring back, and panic begins to rise in her throat. Her father notices instantly. He doesn't hesitate. In the middle of the stage, under the blinding spotlight, he kneels down beside her. With one hand still strumming the guitar, he gently leans in, his voice calm and unwavering as he sings the next line for her. It's not rehearsed, it's instinct. A father's instinct. His steady, warm tone wraps around her like a blanket, shielding her from the weight of the world. She looks at him, her eyes shimmering with tears, and slowly, courage returns. Her lips move, joining his words. Together, they create a harmony so tender, so genuine, that even the most stoic faces in the audience begin to soften. The crowd is silent, but it's not the silence of judgment, it's the silence of awe. In that moment, everyone understands, this isn't about a competition or a perfect performance. It's about love. It's about a father telling his daughter without words, I'm here. You're never alone. Her voice steadies, growing stronger with each note, lifted by her father's presence. The bond between them becomes the song itself, every lyric a promise, every chord a reminder of resilience. Tears roll down cheeks in the audience. One camera zooms in on Amanda, her hand pressed against her chest, visibly moved. Even Simon's guarded expression cracks, his eyes glisten ever so slightly. By the end of the verse, the fear is gone. The little girl isn't trembling anymore. She is soaring, because her father caught her before she could fall. As the father and daughter reach the final chorus, something magical happens. Their voices, once fragile and uncertain, now rise together with unshakable strength. The harmony between them is imperfect yet utterly beautiful, two hearts singing in unison, carrying every ounce of love, grief, and hope they've ever known. The audience is spellbound. Every ear strains to catch each note, every heart beating in rhythm with their song. When the last chord rings out and the father lets the guitar fall silent, there's a breathless pause. For one fleeting second, the world stands still. Then, an eruption. The theater explodes in cheers, applause thunderous and overwhelming. People leap to their feet, clapping and shouting, tears streaming freely down their cheeks. The energy is electric, not just admiration but gratitude, for being allowed to witness something so raw, so human. Amanda wipes her tears with the edge of her sleeve, her voice trembling as she claps. Alicia rises too, eyes shining with pride. Even Simon Cowell, often known for his stoic exterior, leans back in his chair, visibly moved. He shakes his head slowly, a small smile tugging at the corner of his lips. For him to be touched in such a way speaks volumes. The little girl clutches her father's arm, stunned by the reaction. Her nervousness melts into joy as she looks around the hall, thousands of strangers standing, crying, applauding not just her voice, but their love. Her father bows his head slightly, overwhelmed by the roar of approval, but in his eyes there's no pride for himself. Only pride for his daughter, for her bravery, for the gift they just shared with the world. As the ovation continues, the cameras capture faces in the crowd, mothers, fathers, children, each one reflecting the same truth: this wasn't just a performance. It was a reminder of the power of love, of music, and of family. The applause still echoes as the father and daughter walk off stage, hand in hand. The little girl clutches the microphone against her chest, her cheeks flushed, her eyes wide in disbelief. She tugs gently on her father's sleeve and whispers, almost afraid of the answer, "Daddy, did I do okay?" Her father stops, kneels to her level, and cups her face in his rough, work-worn hands. His eyes shimmer with tears he's held back for far too long. With a trembling smile, he whispers back, "You didn't just do okay, sweetheart, you showed the world your heart. And that's more beautiful than any song." She throws her arms around his neck, holding him tight as if she never wants to let go. The cameras catch the moment, and it ripples far beyond the theater. Clips of their performance flood social media within hours. Millions watch, share, and cry along with their story. Messages pour in from around the globe, parents who see their own struggles in the father's tired eyes, children who find courage in the little girl's shaky but resilient voice, families reminded of the power of simply being together. News outlets replay the audition, headlines calling it the performance that melted every heart. It isn't the technical perfection that makes it unforgettable, it's the love, the vulnerability, the raw reminder that sometimes, the simplest things are the most profound. Back at home, life doesn't suddenly transform into glittering fame or riches. The father still works at the garage. The daughter still goes to school. But something inside both of them has changed forever. They know now, without a shadow of doubt, that their voices, together, can reach the world. And for everyone who witnessed it, their story becomes a quiet reminder: true strength isn't in standing alone, but in lifting each other up. Love, sung in harmony, has the power to heal not just two hearts, but millions.